Yes. Hello, I'm Detective Chief Inspector Sampsa Aukio from Eastern Uusimaa Police Department. I'm the head of the investigation in the Juvenile crime unit. And Eastern Uusimaa Police Department is like one of the bigger police departments in Finland, and we have like a higher crime rate than many other police departments in Finland. And also juvenile crime rates, they are a little bit higher, or at least they used to be. Okay, this is the starting position. We have the number of investigation with the suspect, at least one suspect that is under 21 years old, so from 0 to 20 years. And these are serious crimes that have the maximum penalty of at least 6 years of prison. So we had like a rising number of crimes back in the day. Also, we are next to the capital of Finland, Helsinki, and also I already told that we have the high crime rate with the juvenile crimes. Especially the serious crimes were rising up until 2022, the police department decided to found a new unit. That's the juvenile crime unit. That I'm the head of the. I was founding that unit in our police department. So our operation started in 2022. So what we are doing here? We have like a centralized investigation unit in a police department. So all the juvenile crimes where there is at least one perpetrator who is a suspect that is between 15 and 17 years old. Every crimes will be investigated in our unit. Almost every crimes. So we found out that with the centralization there are many advantages. We have the whole overall awareness of the situation in the Eastern Uusimaa area about what the youths are doing, how is the criminal activity spreading along the towns that are in our police department. Also, we have the deeper knowledge on the personal lives of certain suspects, usually those who are committing the serious crimes. And we have the workforce we have, they are motivated and they have specialized on the juvenile crime. So they have they have been taught about the psychological behavior of the underage people and what are the limits, how you are going to interrogate them. You have to do the open questions more with the kids and so on, things like that. And one advantage we have with the centralization, we feel that we have the responsibility for the young people of our area, and that is actually really important. And one thing that is feeding the responsibility is that if we are not making them young people to stop crimes, they are continuing to do crimes, and we are going to have to investigate them ourselves. So it will be meaning a lot more work for us. So we feel that we don't want to do that. Okay, basic principles how to prevent juvenile crimes. We have to do effective investigations, so we have to do the investigation as quickly as possible, because the time is working differently for the young people than compared to old. Everything is moving so fast with them, and the time frame, we were talking about time frame earlier, you lose the time frame if you don't investigate the crimes quickly. Also, we have to do, that is basically the same thing, but also we have to do like a good quality with our investigation. Also, we have to understand the overall individual situation of the suspect, so we know what is the right means to work with that individual. That leads like proportional actions, that the actions are in the right proportion, and we have the right timing when we know them better. Also, we are using much coercive methods like pre-trial detention, technically supervised travel ban, and a regular travel ban. Pre-trial detention is like we are basically putting them to the prison, wait for the trial. technical supervised travel ban is that when you have like a ankle band and they know we will know the location 24/7 of the children, and they have the restriction where they can go and where they have to be and what they can do. Travel ban is like the technically supervised travel ban, but it's based on a trust. If you can trust someone, or it's a less minor crime, then more minor crime, we'll use the travel ban. Also, we are doing much cooperation with other authorities like child welfare, social welfare, and healthcare, and things like that. So we need to have soft measures at the same time when we are using the coercive methods. Okay, the profile of young crime perpetrator. There are minor crimes and there are serious crimes. Minor crimes, we think that young people, we have heard that already, but we are thinking the same way. Young people are susceptible to taking risk. They are seeking boundaries. They want to be, and that is part of growing up. That is part of the emancipation, getting independent. It's normal to do that. So, in some extent, the occurrence of minor crimes is we consider it to be normal behavior. When we are doing the rapid investigation, when we make the basic investigation, nothing extra, but we are doing it rapidly, they usually don't repeat the crimes, and also they have often has the family or someone safe adults in their life that they keep maintaining the boundaries. On the other hand, we have the serious crimes, and this profile is a little different. They have usually they have many multiple problems in their background. They often have multi-generational development of social exclusion, so like their parents and so on, and everyone in their family, people in their family, they haven't found a way to be a proper part of the society. There are often neuropsychological problems with these people. The problem with coping in school, also the reasons might be above, as you can see. This results to lowest self-esteem, and when we are combining all of this, we have a lack of positive visions for the future. So this is one of the problems. They don't see any positive way to be in a part of the lawful society. So if nothing matters, you can do anything. And also there are often situations that there's a lack of safe adults in the growing environment, and also there is no psychologically safe setting of boundaries in their normal personal lives. So that this leads to acting without boundaries. And if no one is setting the boundaries, it often leads, it is a possibility that it will be leading that the people will start doing the criminal activity, participating in criminal activity. Of course, this is a very small percentage of the age group, but as a police, we are focusing the resources on this group. Okay, I told before that we are using coercive methods, but on the other hand, I don't believe that punishment would correct their behavior. In my experience, if you are punishing people, you usually teach them to lie and hide their behavior, not making the changes to the behavior. So why we are doing the coercive methods? I'm contradicting myself. I think I'm not. There is if you want to have something to change, you need to have a crisis. It's a psychological. In my opinion, I feel like it's like a psychological base that you need to have in order to get something to change. So we will need a crisis, and if you want to do a big change, we need a bigger crisis. As big crisis as the change is. So the part of the police is that we are providing the crisis, and we are meant to make this like coercive methods to feel bad. So now they have to stop what they're doing. They have to face. Oftentimes these people, there's no one before have forced them to face what they're doing, what their situation is. Now with the police officers, you don't get away from the interrogation if you throw a tantrum. You still have to answer all the questions. Police decides at this when it will be ready. So we are making them to face this situation where they are. We are showing the path. This is where the path you are at the moment will lead. And now you have time and opportunity to think about if this is the result you are aiming for. And at the same time, we are working with other authorities, childcare, welfare, social welfare, and things like that. And it is their responsibility to help the children go through this change. So the steps we want the children welfare to show the younglings, the young perpetrators, that what are the positive visions of the future where they could be part of the society, legal society. And also they have to show the next small steps how to achieve it. What is the first 4 small steps you have to take where you can get to that vision, how you can reach that vision. And they have to walk the path alongside with the young person. Previous speeches, there was people were talking about that the problem with the other authorities is that it's difficult to find the timing and learn what is the right target. It was like finding the motivation and things like that. Now this is our police officers. We are informing the authorities. We are getting the time frame. This is the time window you can now. We are creating it. We are showing who is the target for your intervention, and with the coercive methods we are doing the motivation as well. This is the alternative. So this is like the principles I believe that are making these things, like in my opinion, it's working somehow. Okay, but there are still some people that these methods they don't work because the starting situation is really difficult. Like they have really bad multiple problems in their background, so this won't work with everyone. But still, majority of our suspects who we put in the pre-detention prison or angle band or things like that, they don't repeat the serious crimes until they have turned 18 years old. While after that, we don't know what they are going to do. Accomplices, we are after that, if the people are repeating their serious crimes, we are targeting also the group around that person, making it as like that. If the young other people, they are doing crimes with this one person who is a problem, the repeater, every time they are doing stupid thing with him, they will have to pay as well. So we are isolating the repeater from the potential accomplices. So the idea is that when you have no one doing with the crimes with the repeater, they will do less crimes afterwards. So that's like a one way or other. Either way, you have to do like this is about the belonging. We are severing the belonging feeling. You have to find a new group for where you belong, or you have to who is not doing the crimes, or you have to find the people who are doing the serious crimes, repeating them, and that is the option we don't want to have. But that's only the small percentage of what's left. And also, if the repeater is doing the serious crimes, we are as often like to put them in prison, so they won't be in the streets getting into trouble that much. I saw the infographic in the beginning, what was the starting position when our investigation unit operated in the 2022. This is what is the development after that. Here we started, and this is where we are now. This is the serious crimes, and this is a starting point with all the crimes except in traffic crimes, and we are here getting declining trends with this, with our investigation reports. Kiitos.
Thank you, Sampsa. And since I heard you talk about or present your unit very recently, I just wanted to sort of emphasize, because I didn't hear it as clearly here, that then you were saying that this pre-trial detention is like the last resort for the most serious offenders, so that nobody walks away thinking that this is the way, that is the guiding principle.
That's correct. The responsibility for the juvenile crimes is with the child welfare, and if anything else is working, then we have the options to put for the pre-trial detention. And also with that, we still want to have the child welfare to work with alongside.
Thank you so much. And Mirja, please go ahead. It's your commentary speech, and then we'll ask the other speakers also up for a Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Mirja Österberg. I'm a district attorney from the same area as Sampsa. And those investigations and those pre-trial investigation records that the unit of Sampsa's produced, they end up on my table or my colleague's table. And I'm going to give a comment considering the benefits of this system. As Sampsa told, the unit was established in 2022. And we also have in Vantaa, where I work, a group of district attorneys who work with these juvenile crimes. So just as Sampsa, so it's just a particular group of district attorneys who then consider the charges for suspects that are within the age of 15 to 17 years old. And so I'd like to highlight three points concerning the benefits of this system from the perspective of district attorneys. First of all, I've discussed this matter with my colleagues, and we all agree that the quality of the pre-trial investigation records are in general of very high quality. And of course, we don't really know the reason for this, but we suspect that one reason could be that people working in this unit are very motivated. So they know where they are going to go and work with, they know what sort of crimes or suspected crimes they're going to work with, so they are motivated, and this of course results in good work and results. Second of all, we've noticed that there's a quite low turnover of people within this unit. So these policemen, investigators, they work quite a long time within this union in comparison to general investigation teams. And this in return, of course, results in the fact that people who are working in this union are experienced. And on top of that, then there is some unwritten verbal know-how that is transferred from one individual to another one and is also like kept inside this group. So this is of course speculations, but this is what we think and how we see it from the district attorney's perspective. Then the second thing that I'd like to highlight of the benefits of this system, that you have this certain juvenile crime unit, is that there's also a very high quality of the hearings of these young suspects, which of course relates to the first point. And as we already heard here today, children are different from adults. and you need to hear these children in a certain kind of way. The questions you ask them, and young people explain things in a different way than adults, with a different logic. And when you have people that are experienced and know how to hear these people, you get better results, and also kind of find out what really happened in the situation. And also with these juvenile crimes, of course, often the victim is also young, or either under 18 years old or even under 15 years old. And besides this, often the witnesses are also under 18. So it's very important that the people who are investigating these crimes know how to hear young people. And then the third point I'd like to highlight is that from our perspective, me and my colleagues, we think that the cooperation between the police unit who investigate these juvenile crimes and us is very good, because it's a certain group of people who work with these suspected crimes, and we know each other, and then it's like very easy to contact each other if you have some small questions. And we also have these regular meetings between these two units, and it offers us an opportunity to discuss problems like within the area or something with the investigation, and so we can kind of develop the investigation of these crimes. And we also think that with this unit there is a general view of the youth crime within this area, like Vantaa in particular, and different areas within Vantaa, so that kind of way we can stay on top of the situation and react then fast. Yeah, but as a conclusion, we only see benefits from the district attorney's perspective. Thank you.